Many a times students have asked question that how do you combine multiple files together? And trust me, this is a common problem. Many people have asked, irrespective of which course they are. So essentially what they are talking that you have different files and the files are having same layout. So you have the date, agent, sales volume here, for example, on the first Jan 20 file, and on the second Jan 20 file also you have the same layout, but not necessarily the same number of rows. So here, if you take a look, here you have total 25 row because there are first row is the header and then you have 24 agents. However, in second data set, you have actually 23 rows because there is first row header and there are two agents, agent 10 and agent 11 were absent on second gen. So that's why their data is not here. Now the requirement is that you want to combine all of them into one file and all the data is kept into one particular folder. So you have lot of data inside a folder and this folder contains all the data only and you want to combine them together. So how to do that? So let me show you first of all a tool that works and then I'll explain you how it is working. So your requirement is that you want to combine multiple files which has the same layout, means same number of fields and fields are always in the same column, but not necessarily they have the same number of rows. There is one more requirement. You can say that already here dates are in this folder, so you don't need to put the file name here because file name here is nothing but the date name only. But there are times where file name you like to have because you like to have probably South Zone, North Zone, and here inside there is nothing that talks about which zones data it is. So essentially you want the file name should become the first column, and you will also understand sometimes the date creates lot of problem when you take it here to there, and that's why the file name is always better to have as the first column. So that's the second requirement, that you want file name to be the first column in the data set. So you want a tool that should work. This tool, I'll show you that it works. However, it has 4 assumptions. First of all the data files are in the same folder, very much the way I have kept it. Second assumption is that there is nothing in the folder other than the data, and usually data files should have a way by which you know which file was referred. So essentially the file name should be unique so that you are not confused. Essentially when you are keeping in the same folder, in a way Windows will force you to do that because the same file name cannot be used by 2 times. And secondly, all the data files should ideally be Excel only. Though essentially this tool will work even with CSV and text, but for this particular purpose I have tested it with Excel, so I'll suggest you to use it only with Excel. If you have other kind of file, I'm sure it will require a little bit of change. So let me just show you the demo of the tool and then I'll explain you how it is working. So first of all, here you need to keep the full folder name where the data is kept. I'm entering the full folder name here. Please understand, I'm not putting the name of the files, I'm putting the folder name. So I've kept the folder name here, and now you run this because here I have right clicked and assigned the macro that needs to be run. So I've assigned the macro run file. So when you run it, it will combine. Let me show you. So before that, let me close these files. There is no need to, this program will automatically open those files. So I'll just run it here. So it's opening file to a second file, third file, fourth file, and it combined. Now understand what it has done. So it has put the file name, date, agent, sales volume, and in the first file there were 24 agents, so it has gone till here, and from the 26th, so from the 26th row it started putting data for the second file. Second file has 22 rows, so it has gone till here, and then the third file. So if you look at only the first time it had put the header, from second time it's just putting the data. So how it is doing, let me show you, explain you the command step by step. So the first thing that it is doing, and in fact if it does not run at times, you will have to run this command, come here and click here automatically. And how will you reach to this particular window? You come here in this Excel, press Alt plus F11. So you come here, press Alt plus F11 to reach to the window let me write also Alt plus F11 to reach to the VBA window. If this tool is not running, this is what you should do first. So once you reach there, and if it does not run, this is what you should do, because it will reset lot of things, and here it is putting the reference also automatically. So that should work. If it was not kept here, you'll have to probably do tool references and all those things, but I am doing this thing directly through this reference only. So what it is doing, first of all, it is taking the folder name from H12. So it is taking this data. So if you look at tool, this H12 is the location. This it is taking into a variable called folder name, and then it is going seeds combined data, and first thing it is doing, it's cleaning the data so that the past run should get clean. And then it is defining three variables: first run, paste row, data size. Paste row essentially will do from where it has to paste the data. So essentially if you look at here, the first time paste row is here, the second time paste row was actually at this row, because once it has come here, it has to paste the next data files from here. So the first, second, so this is the paste row. Then the second thing comes, like, it is the first run or not. So why the first run is required? Because the first run essentially will require you to put the header, but from second time onwards you don't need to put the header. So essentially if you look at first time you put the header, but for this file, the second file, you don't need to put the headers are already there. And the third thing is the data size. This is what tells you that each data has how much the file has the data. So first time the data size will come as 24, in fact 25, because it will start from here. But second time onwards the data size will be like this. It will be like till 21, and then 22, and then you'll be putting that, okay, it has data till 25 plus 22, 47. So third file should be kept here. So it keeps doing that one by one, and I'll tell you how it does. So essentially it goes into library for each file in this file library. So essentially it does, first it defines the library, the file system, and then it defines the folder, and then F file is nothing but the files of that particular folder. So essentially whatever you have defined in column H, it takes each file of that folder, and one by one it opens each file. After that it goes to range A1. In the first time, if it is first run, first file, it will take one run from A1. Why? Because A1 contains the header. But second time onwards, if you think of, it has to just run from A2. So it will go to A2, control select down, select right, so that it selects all the data, and it does the copy. After copy, it can just simply close that data file. Then it will come to this particular tool, and you should not rename this particular tool, because if you rename it will not work. So it will come to this file, it will activate this. If it is first row, in the A1 it will put the file name, because file name is not coming from the data size. And then from B paste. So if you think of, in the first time it will paste at the paste row, which is 1. It will paste the data, it will count the data size. So if you look at the first time, it has 25, so data size will come 25. And from A2 it will go to data size A2 to A25. But next time onwards, when it is not the first run, it will go A to the paste row, and paste row I am changing here. So paste row plus data size. So essentially if you look at second time, it will become 25 plus 22, 27. So sorry, 26 plus 22, it will become 48. So third file will get pasted at the 48th row. So that's how it is changing. Paste row is equal to paste row plus data size, and it is going again. Now look at the last time when I'm using first run, I made it first run equal to 0, because I'm already utilized everything that I need to do first run. First run should have copied from A1, that's first thing. Second time it has to put the header name, and third time it has to put the header file name from A2, not from A1. But going forward, it can directly run from the paste row. First row, the header related option is over. So that's why if you look at here, I'm making first run equal to 0 so that everything now happens from here. And that's how the tool is running. You click a button and it combines the data. And last, it sends you the message. You can download this Excel and see this file. I'll provide you the link in the YouTube channel. And I will suggest you to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you have liked, so that other people can also get advantage of such tools, get to know. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day to you.